them. And sometimes during the holidays when you're busy, you're like, I don't have time. So today I went to the store, I got chickens on sale for 79 cents a pound. I'm gonna cook a bunch of them up instead of just one, and I'm gonna pull it all off the bone, package it up, and put it away for next time I need it, and the next time I need it, and the next time my husband needs it up where he's working. So bird hunting season doesn't end until February, so he'll have them most of the winter. Anyways, I'm lucky to have them home this week with me, and I thought I'm just gonna get this out of the way and do 6 weeks worth of dog food and be done with it. So let me show you how I'm gonna do this. Okay guys, come on, let's go make some yummy treats for the pups. Okay, so I'm on my last chicken that's going in this pot. This is a big 22-quart stock pot. I've already got 3 chickens and all their insides, and all I do is cut the top of the bag off. So hopefully you can do that. Cut the top of the bag off, get the insides out of the bird, peel the bag back, and in goes the chicken. And that's plenty for this pot. This bag goes in the garbage. And then I get those bleach tablets. I'm gonna wash my hands here. I get those bleach tablets that I'll fill my sink with bleach water, and it'll all be good. My hands a good wash, and I've got 2 28-ounce cans. Sorry. There we go. I've got 2 28-ounce cans of sweet potatoes. So I got these last year, and they've still got another year of shelf life. But I found that the dogs really enjoy sweet potatoes. So I've got 2 28-ounce cans of sweet potatoes. I think I've got another one in the cabinet. I'm going to go ahead and put those in there. And you can leave it in a light syrup. You could leave that out if you want. The syrup, that little bit is not going to hurt my dogs. So. And that's really spice. Well, I mean, I don't put any spices or anything. It's just good, all natural chicken. No antibiotics, no hormones, nothing. So, fill your pot with water, put it on the stove, and I'll bring you back when I'm pulling chicken, I guess, and I'll let you see how much this lends. Because they usually will eat a chicken a week over their dog food. And I feed them really high quality, very low in grain dog food. So it doesn't have a lot of grain in it, and they don't need all that. So, you know, over the years of just trial and error and researching, I found that this is the best diet for them. They're both really lean, mean fighting machines and can hike 30 miles a day and still be ready to go the next day and go hunt birds again. So I'll be right back with some chicken. Alright, so I've got my chicken. It's in a pot. It's cooled off pretty good. I cooked it for about 3.5 hours. Just let it slow simmer until it's fall off the bone. And that bone just fell off there from the other one. And then I've just let it cool on the stove overnight. And it's still, I mean, it's warm enough that I can't keep my hand on that pan very long. So that's really where you want this. You want it still warm because it makes it easier to get off in front of the sink. I've got my waste paper basket. I've got my stainless steel bowl sitting here. I'm going to get all this ready, get another glove on, and we're going to start boning this chicken, and then I'll show you how I pack it. Okay, so I've got my spider ready, and you're just going to start kind of fishing out pieces because these chickens now are no longer whole. Get your pieces down in that bowl, and I just do a few at a time. Here's a nice, and you're going to need a big spider for this. Here's a nice piece of breast meat, and if it's too hot, because now I feel the heat coming off of that, if it's too hot to handle right then, let it cool off in the bowl there. And I did skim off a quart container of just fat that they don't need to eat. And then I just start pulling everything off the bone. And these bones just come right out. And I let them have the gristle, all that. So it's all good. So see how easy these bones are just coming out. perfectly clean. And this is perfect temperature actually to work with. So I'm going to keep doing this. There you go. Get all the bones out of this batch and move to the next batch. And I actually package up all the stock that comes along with this. So I'll wipe my hand off here with Lysol wipe, and I'll be back when I have this bowl full of pulled chicken meat. All right, so I've got this pretty full, and now I'm just going to start filling containers. And I really break the meat up, kind of run my hands through. Every once in a while you'll feel something hard and it's just a piece of gristle or something. But as you dish up too, if you missed a little bone, they usually show up. I don't allow them to have any bones. Even though this is so well done and fall apart, I don't want them to have anything like that. So these containers here fit nicely. It's a container that fits really nicely in our fridge at the travel trailer, as well as the freezer space that we have there. Now that I've got it just about full of meat, I want to go ahead and I've got my ladle here, and I'm going to ladle over some of the broth and maybe even grab some of those sweet potatoes down at the bottom and get those mixed in because they love those. The sweet potatoes really are very good for them, and they do add an element of sweetness, and I think the dogs really like it because when I was struggling to try to get Strut to eat better because he came to us kind of thin just from hard work, I opted to start adding sweet potatoes, and it did the trick. You want enough room in here that it's got room to expand in the freezer. And there you go. I do 2 or 3 of these. And now I'm going to wash my hands. Actually, I don't even think I need to. I'll just set this over there to put the lid on. And I've got a container here set up. This is a freezer container, but I've got it set up with a gallon Ziploc. And this is the other way I'm going to pack these. Literally just
Okay, so once I have my
Ziploc bag filled up, got some stock added to it, really clean off my bag well. I pull it out of this gallon container or half-gallon container, lay it out flat, and get it into a position that will fit nicely in the freezer, if you can see that. Let's get you. As you can see. And then they'll stack up nice on top of each other. I've got a couple of air pockets I'm going to get out of there. But that's how I package it up. So between Ziploc containers and freezer bags, you're good to go. And you can double bag these if you'd like. Each of these bags will give them, at least 4 days, 4 to 5 days. I feed them twice a day. They get a pretty healthy amount over their food, and sometimes if they've been out for a weekend, they might get a 3rd helping in the middle of the day of just chicken. So there you go. I'm not a veterinarian, I'm not an expert, but this is what I do for my animals, and they're very, very healthy. All right, the end result of those 4 chickens is basically 2 1-gallon freezer bags, and these are 1-gallon Ziploc containers, maybe a little over a gallon, but that's enough for them for about, I'm going to say honestly, easily 3 weeks, but depending on how hard they're working, 4 weeks. If they're just being dogs in the backyard here. We have an acre though, so they do run, and we play frisbee with them and walk them and all that. So they're not couch potatoes for the most part. I'm going to go ahead. I had a lot more stock left than I thought I'd need. So I'm going to go ahead and cook off the other 2 chickens that I bought. So that'll give me 5 to 6 weeks. We'll say 5 weeks of, I don't have to deal with cooking chicken for the dogs. And it also gives me time to keep my eye open for sales. When they go on sale, then I can take advantage of it. Like this week we had the sale on these chickens. So 79 cents a pound. Sometimes you can get them cheaper, but anymore, that's about the lowest I've seen it in quite a while. So if this inspires you, maybe step outside the box. Go, love on your pets a little bit, check out their dog food and make sure that they're eating healthy. And I'm not saying that you have to do this. This is just what I do for my dogs. So I'm going to let you go with that, and we'll see you next time for another great recipe video. All right, guys. I'll see you next time. God bless.